3, 2, 1.
This piece is about the fact that India could have played a World Cup way back in 1950 and yet it didn't. And that's where the trajectory of Indian football perhaps changed forever. हाल ही में इन मार्च 2024 शिलोंग, जिसको प्यार से स्कॉटलैंड ऑफ द ईस्ट बुलाया जाता है, got its first taste of international football. India played 2 matches there. One was versus Maldives, where they won comfortably, जहां पर सुनील छेत्री ने भी अपना कमबैक किया था, और दूसरा मैच where India survived barely by the skin of their teeth was against Bangladesh. Now this was the third round of the qualification for the 2027 AFC Asian Cup. अब आमतौर पे आप बोलेंगे थर्ड राउंड, वाह क्या बात है, इंडिया वहां तक पहुंच गई, लेकिन सच तो ये है कि ये खराब बात थी. You see, traditionally what happens is that the AFC qualification for the tournament is merged with the World Cup qualifiers. यानी कि do well in the World Cup qualifiers और आप automatically चले जाते हैं और qualify कर जाते हैं AFC Asian Cup के लिए, और आपको दूसरे राउंड में World Cup qualifiers में भी शामिल किया जाता है. India didn't do well at all. In their group, they managed only 1 win in 6 matches, and which is why they find themselves in Group C in the AFC Asian Cup qualification. पर कहानी यहाँ तो ये है कि इंडिया फिर से क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पाई है एक वर्ल्ड कप के लिए, और हम जानते हैं कि 2026 वर्ल्ड कप जो है यूएसए, मेक्सिको और कनाडा में is the most expanded World Cup in the history of FIFA World Cups, क्योंकि 32 टीम से अब 48 टीम खेल रही हैं विश्व कप. तो सबको उम्मीद यही थी कि इंडिया क्वालिफाई कर जाएगी, पर ऐसा हुआ नहीं. How does a country of 1.4 billion people not qualify for the World Cup? ये सवाल का जवाब तो मेरे पास भी नहीं है. And this piece is not about that. Rather, this piece is about the fact that India could have played a World Cup way back in 1950 and yet it didn't. And that's where the trajectory of Indian football perhaps changed forever. Now, those who are ardent fans of Indian football or know the history of Indian football know this fact कि 1950 में इंडिया को वर्ल्ड कप के लिए इनविटेशन मिली थी और इंडिया गई नहीं थे. लेकिन इंटरनेट के जमाने में ना बहुत मिथ्स और बहुत लेजेंड्स उभर कर आए हैं इस कहानी के बारे में, and I wanted to debunk those because a lot of them have been obviously politicized as well and idealized as well. For example, पंडित नेहरू अपने कपड़े ड्राई क्लीन करवाते थे पेरिस में, लेकिन उन्होंने पैसे नहीं दिए इंडियन फुटबॉल टीम को ट्रैवल करने के लिए या उनके जूते खरीदने के लिए. बिल्कुल सच नहीं. या दूसरी बात ये कि फीफा ने जब देखा इंडिया बेयरफुट खेल रही थी तो उन्होंने बैन कर दिया बेयरफुट फुटबॉल ताकि इंडिया आगे नहीं बढ़ पाए. अगेन फिर से बिल्कुल भी सच नहीं, क्योंकि 1950 के बाद 1952 में ओलंपिक्स में भी बेयरफुट खेली थी टीम. उसके बारे में थोड़ी देर बाद. पर जो बात मैंने अभी कही बेयरफुट, जी बिल्कुल ये सच बात है. द इंडियन फुटबॉल टीम एट दैट पॉइंट वाज फेमस फॉर प्लेइंग बेयरफुट फुटबॉल. लेट्स टेक यू बैक टू 1948. ओलंपिक्स चल रहे हैं लंदन में. वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 के बाद पहली ओलंपिक्स है. यूके ने बोला हम करेंगे ये ओलंपिक्स, एंड द वर्ल्ड वाज स्टिल रीलिंग फ्रॉम द आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड वॉर. एंड नाउ न्यूली इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया वांटेड टू शोकेस इट्स माइट at the global stage as well. So they decided to send a contingent of their finest footballers to showcase their skill at the biggest and grandest stage of them all, according to them. Led by Talimaran Ao, the captain of the team, the Indian football team walked out in Crickfield Stadium with 17,000 spectators all around them, and they were left in awe. Why? Because 8 out of those 11 players had heavily taped feet and 3 were wearing boots. As the match went on, the crowd was enthralled by the dribbling skills and the might that the Indian team showed on the football field playing barefoot. But important note, 8 were playing barefoot, 3 were not. India did eventually lose the match 2-1, but the way the match went on is interesting in itself. France did open the scoring and they did take a 1-0 lead, but Sarangapani Raman became the first ever international goal scorer for independent India when he equalized. Eventually, France broke Indian hearts in the 89th minute, where the winner was scored. But the scoreline could have been very different had Sailin Manna and Prasad converted their penalties during the match itself. तो नतीजा हो सकता था, क्या पता इंडिया जीत जाती फ्रांस के खिलाफ और घोषणा कर देती अपने प्रतिभा की. पर इतना बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन रहा था that the media all around still wanted to focus on the fact that there were these barefoot footballers that had captured the imagination of one and all. And it was encapsulated by one famous quote by the captain, Talimaran Rao, who said, "We play football, you all play boot ball." और ये headline बन गई थी. एक और चीज बता दें आपको. This was not the first time that the British crowd was enthralled by a barefoot footballer. Because back in 1936, Mohammad Salim became the first Indian player to play for a foreign club when he went and donned the jersey of Celtic for a few matches. He was coined the Indian juggler and people would come to watch him in thousands. Why? Because he used to play barefoot. He was so skillful with his feet that people often wondered how he was being able to kick that heavy ball or control it without getting hurt. But Mohammad Salim was Mohammad Salim and he created that legend status around him. फिर वापस आए इंडिया और अब ये जो प्रदर्शन रहा था 1948 का, इसकी वजह से दुनिया ने देखा कि इंडिया सही में काबिल एक फुटबॉल नेशन है. और जब फीफा ने सोचा कि क्यों नहीं हम एक वर्ल्ड कप की शुरुआत कर लेते हैं फिर से वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद, they extended an invitation towards India because of their performance in 1948, where they'd established themselves, even in that loss, that they were one of the best teams in Asia itself. Now, just like the 1948 Olympics, the 1950 World Cup was the first World Cup after the World War. So the global situation wasn't very good and there weren't many takers, but eventually in roughly 46, Brazil said, we'll host the World Cup in 1950. So FIFA decided to make it a 16-team tournament, where the previous champions from 1938, Italy, and the hosts and the semi-finalists from last time around, Brazil, would get automatic qualification. 14 टीमों को qualify करना पड़ेगा. For this very purpose, from Asia itself, of course, India was selected, so was Burma, Philippines, and Indonesia. And they were supposed to play a qualifying round with each other to determine who would qualify for the World Cup. Eventually, क्या हुआ? Burma, Indonesia और Philippines pull out कर गई, citing their own internal struggles. क्योंकि जैसा मैंने आपको अभी बोला, हाल ही में वर्ल्ड वॉर हुआ था, दिक्कतें महसूस पूरी दुनिया कर रही थी, इंटरनली भी, एक्सटर्नली भी, पॉलिटिकली भी. तो इंडिया को ऑटोमेटिक इनवाइट मिल गया कि आइए खेलिए हमारा वर्ल्ड कप. बट इंडिया नेवर वेंट. India never went. And it's important to note that there was no ruling against playing barefoot football at all. In fact, जो सारे खिलाड़ी थे ना, जो 8 आए थे 1948 में क्रिकफील्ड स्टेडियम में नंगे पैर, all of them had boots in their bags because had the conditions been rainy or muddy or muggy, जैसा आम तौर पे लंदन में होता है और ड्राई नहीं होता conditions, all 11 players would have walked out with boots on their feet. This fact has been confirmed by the man who missed that penalty in that 1948 match and the man who was supposed to be the captain in the 1950 World Cup had India gone, Selin Manna, who said they were used to playing with boots as well. It's just that they preferred playing barefoot. थोड़ा और research किया तो पता चला कि कोई समस्या नहीं थी global stage पर. In fact, समस्या थी Indian stage पर. AIFF, जी हाँ, वही AIFF, ऑल इंडियन फुटबॉल फेडरेशन, को ये निमंत्रण मिला था, इनवाइट मिला था कि इंडिया खेले 1950 वर्ल्ड कप. बट देयर वर मल्टीपल रीजंस व्हाई द इंडियन टीम डिड नॉट गो. पहली बात तो सबके पास बूट्स थे, ये हमने एस्टैब्लिश कर लिया. दूसरी चीज जो कही जाती थी कि फंडिंग नहीं थी, वो भी सच नहीं, बिकॉज द AIFF had funds. The state football federations, say of Maharashtra and other states, were also willing to fund these players to take a ship to Brazil. Not only that, given the fact that this was the only team from Asia, जी हाँ, because it was the only team from Asia that was scheduled to play in the World Cup, FIFA was saying हम पैसे दे देंगे भाई, आप प्लीज आ जाइए एक शिप पर. लेकिन लॉजिक और रीजन यहाँ दिखा नहीं, क्योंकि पहली बात तो the AIFF and the Indian federations didn't give that much darja to the World Cup as opposed to the Olympics, because this was only the 4th edition of the World Cup and it wasn't the greatest show of them all as it is now. This was just one of the few earlier versions of it. The Olympics, on the other hand, has been going on historically, and the fact that India did well in the 1948 Olympics, they were hoping that they would do well in the 52 Olympics as well. Add to that, the federations also wanted India to showcase its footballing supremacy on the continental stage, यानी कि एशिया के स्टेज पर. और 1951 में यही हुआ था जब एशियन गेम्स खेले गए थे पहली बार, and India won gold in the footballing tournament there as well. So the lack of foresight जो दिखा, इसके साथ you can couple the fact that there was internal politicking happening as well, because no one could dwindle down what squad should go. or how much money should be taken through. And all this dilly-dallying meant that eventually, last minute, India pulled out of that World Cup. In this World Cup, they also used the logic that not all countries were participating. As Olympics mein everyone used to participate. Here, Eastern European countries, the Soviet Union, apart from that, the last time's finalists, Hungary, they weren't taking part in this World Cup. There was no other team from Asia. Using all these particular parameters, they thought, nah, it doesn't make sense. Eventually, this World Cup was also played only by 13 teams because India was not the only team to pull out last minute. There were a few other teams to do so as well. So a 16-team tournament became a 13-team World Cup. अब एक नजरिए से देखा जाए तो ये बहुत बड़ी गलती थी because this is that iconic 1950 World Cup जहां पर यूरुग्वे ने ब्राजील को हराया माराकाना स्टेडियम में 1 लाख समर्थकों के सामने and that is when the football World Cup exploded. उसके बाद पेले का सेंसेशन उभर कर आया ब्राजील में. उसके बाद फीफा वर्ल्ड कप की लेगेसी इतनी बड़ी बन गई. So one does wonder, had India been part of this World Cup, maybe our fortunes would also have been different. But it's also important to note that this was the golden age of Indian football as well. I already alluded to the 1951 gold. उसके साथ साथ 1962 में भी हम गोल्ड जीते थे एशियन गेम्स में. 1970 में ब्रॉन्ज जीते थे और तो और 1956 ओलंपिक्स में इंडिया 4th आई थी when it came to the Olympics जब मेलबर्न में खेला गया था. So there was an actual surge when it came to Indian football and the results that they could accrue, but we could not build on it, and that's a story for a different day. Let's get back to when the world switched for Indian footballers from nange pair to wearing boots, and the harbinger moment was not the fact that FIFA said no, you can't play. The harbinger moment came domestically itself when India decided to make a host of changes in its footballing structure because of one result. याद है मैंने आपको बोला था कि 1952 ओलंपिक्स के बारे में फिर से बात करेंगे. हेलसिंकी में जब 1952 ओलंपिक्स खेले गए थे, India was gazumped 10-1 by Yugoslavia, where reporters said playing barefoot was like bringing a knife to a gunfight. और इस वजह से इंडियन फुटबॉल फेडरेशन ने बहुत चेंजेस किए. पहली बात, बूट्स बिकेम मैंडेटरी. दूसरी चीज जो उभर कर आई थी कि उससे पहले सारे मैचेस 70 मिनट के लिए खेले जाते थे डोमेस्टिक फुटबॉल में. इस रिजल्ट के बाद 90 मिनट्स बिकेम द स्टेपल. हर मैच कम से कम 90 मिनट तक खेला जाएगा जैसे ग्लोबल स्टैंडर्ड में खेला जाता है. Gone were the days of romanticizing the barefoot footballer because of the effects it had. It was called the Indian style of football, and perhaps there was a sense of national pride attached to it as well. क्योंकि जब 1911 में मोहन बगान ने IFA शील्ड जीती थी, defeating an all British team, they were playing barefoot. So perhaps the Indians attached playing barefoot to national pride and a sense of identity. But अब वो सब खारिज किया गया था after that 1952 result. But one does wonder, barefoot or not barefoot? Had India gone to that 1950 World Cup, had they had the foresight to see what a global phenomenon the World Cup would become, would India be a footballing superpower at this point? ये तो अगर मगर की डगर है, लेकिन जैसे मैं हूं, जैसे आप हैं, आप तो कहेंगे हाँ, maybe we did miss a trick.